Hey, it's Santa Meyer coming to you live from Costa Rica. In case you don't know me, I write and edit a blog called No Longer Quivering, where we take a look many times at fundamentalism, quiverful evangelicalism, just so many things. And right now, we're really puzzling over Timmy Rodrigues. There's so many rules. There's so many rumors going on right now about Timmy. And I believe they're true. Someone posted on Reddit that they were engaged to me. I guess courtship is what they call it now, when he was in Wisconsin, and it didn't go real well. Apparently, Jill and whoever didn't like it. Jill and David, I guess. I want to call him Shrek, but I know that's wrong. But he just kind of reminds me of Shrek. This doesn't look very intelligent. I know poor dear can't help it, but anyway, I'm sitting here eating a sweet roll, which is something obviously the poor Rodrigues kids have never had. So, Holy Oedipus complex, Batman. Oh my goodness. You know, the more I think about the Rodrigueses, the more complex it gets. My understanding is that recently Jill was upset back in January because I spoke about the whole ongoing mess with her and not feeding the kids. Well, what we think is likely not feeding the children, just based upon looking at the awful skin color of those poor kids and some other things. There's a lot of scary, weird nonsense about them. But I'm way more concerned about this whole Timmy thing now than ever was about the kids not being fed, because obviously she's feeding them something. But exactly what and how much, who knows? The thing with Timmy, her son Timmy is her oldest one. He went away to some type of Bible college that teaches flying and going out as a missionary. There's mixed stories on that, but he left very quickly. He said that they raised the prices on him after a year. That's been proven to be BS, because you can look at all the prices all the way down the line on their website. So then he went to Wisconsin, to a less expensive place last year. I don't think he went back this year. If he did, he didn't go back for very long, because we've got COVID-19 that's closed down most schools. Well, this girl showed up. She showed up on Reddit and was claiming she had all this information about how he was starved, how him and his siblings were starved, how their parents keep them up all hours of the day and night, how they beat them. None of which surprises me, because I believe Jill probably follows Michael Pearl's To Train Up a Child, and that's their MO. The not feeding the kids, anyone can look at those children and see something is not normal. So I'm not surprised by any of this. She claims that Timmy flunked out of this new aviation missionary program. And that may well be. I mean, we look at the kind of education he would have received would not be adequate enough for him to pass much in the way of any kind of external schools. The other thing with that is this courtship. You remember back 4 or 5 months, Timmy posted something about a pawn shop. It was a great place to buy a ring, and a lot of people looked at that and said, what is that? Well, obviously he bought some kind of courtship ring at the time for this girl, and they were together for some time. And it sounds like perhaps Jill and them didn't like the girl, or didn't like the fact they weren't controlling it, which leads me to my main point tonight, which is that I believe that Jill is extremely unhealthily meshed with Timmy, to maybe even a level of some sort of Oedipus complex, which is normal when you're 3 to 5 years old, but is not normal when you're that age. Everything the fiance has said, courtship girl, whatever you want to call her, has said seems to indicate there's some kind of very unhealthy thing going on with the entire family. We've seen how Jill is all over Timmy, and she's always dyeing his hair, taking pictures of him. He's clearly her favorite, and it's not natural or motherly the way she's acted to him and about him and to many of their videos, many of their blog posts. So I'm not at all surprised that she would have a fit about a courtship that she had no hand in. Like, I'm also not surprised she'd make him come home, which is what it's looking more and more like, whether he flunked out or not, whether he lost his job because he was outing people's personal information when he was supposedly helping people who are disabled. He seemed like he was very much into it. Or like the girlfriend said, well, she said that he could not keep the job because he had so many problems with the way he was raised that it did not allow him to function in real life. And that's a scary thing. I fear for this kid. This is a kid with no marketable skills, no way of getting away from mom and dad, a mother that is so enmeshed that this is super unhealthy for him, for her, for the entire family. Timmy, run, run. I don't care if you have to live in somebody's basement for $100 a month and work in a local Chick-fil-A. You need to do it. You need to get the hell out of there because whatever your mother is doing is wrong and twisted. And you need therapy. I mean, go to a local trade school, learn a trade, something. Just get away from them. Love of God. I mean, Jill is never going to change. She's always going to be the way she is unless something seriously happens to change her. Maybe losing custody of her kids or something. But even then, she would just complain that it was a plot of us devil worshippers. When really, we just really want the best for all of them. And that's all I have to say today. Y'all have a good Sunday.